A logbook transaction is a transaction where the purchase price is determined at outset basis a historic set of accounts and not on the basis of completion accounts or any adjustments made thereto. These accounts may be audited or unaudited as the case may be, but the buyer will expect certain set of protections here because the box is locked and should there be any value or leakage passed on to the seller, it will suffer adversely. Therefore, some of the protections buyer will expect are that the accounts basis which the purchase price is determined is warranted by the seller to be true and accurate. Between signing and completion, the seller should run the business in ordinary course of business and should not undertake anything which is, let's say, in material deviation to ordinary course, for instance, entering into a long-term contract or undertaking any material liabilities, etc. Also, the should there be a value leakage between signing and closing, the seller is expected to identify the buyer for such loss or leakage. Lastly, in some jurisdictions, because the seller runs the business effectively for the benefit of the buyer between signing and closing, it expects certain additional consideration. In India, though, this construct is not that common. A logbook transaction is ordinarily more beneficial for the seller for two principal reasons. A, it affords price certainty to the seller. So regardless of how the business performs between signing and completion, the seller is assured of the purchase price determined at the very outset. Secondly, the time and cost and hassles associated with drawing up a completion accounts and post-closing true-up and potential disputes which may emanate therefrom is obviated in a lockbox scenario. From a buyer standpoint, naturally it will prefer the traditional completion accounts more because it largely eliminates the risk that it is overpaying for a business or share it's looking to acquire. And the lockbox mechanism doesn't quite afford the same degree of comfort. A logbook transaction is ordinarily considered less beneficial for the buyer for the following reasons. Firstly, if the business of the target takes a turn for the worse between the signing and completion, without any breach of the seller but for other factors, that risk passes on to the buyer. Secondly, even otherwise, if the seller commits a breach of any warranty or for that matter, the box is leaked and the value is leaked to the benefit of the seller, the recourse is indemnity and not really post-closing true-up for the buyer. Thirdly, because the buyer may not be overly familiar with the business and target and management at the outset, it will have to devote a lot of time and prematurely debating intricate concepts like debt and working capital. Lastly, because of the fact that the box will be locked, the buyer will need to carry out a detailed due diligence exercise on a financial front, which will entail a lot of time and cost on